Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Of course, by the time I get through with this video, the channel may be taken down again. Several of my channels have been taken down, but I wanted to make a quick note and draw attention to the things that I'm going through. Of course, sometimes people tell me I overthink things, look too deeply into things, but you have to admit that what I'm about to say sounds very suspicious. Okay, my name is Arnold Ray Lane. I'm born February 14, 1975. I was born Arnold Ray Reed, R-E-E-D, two E's. At the present, I'm awaiting a misdemeanor Class A alleged deadly conduct case in the state of Texas versus Arnold Ray Lane, case number 1857993 in Tarrant County, criminal court for one of the emails said April 6th of this 2025 at 9 a.m. But I saw something else that said April 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Okay, and this is what concerned me. This case took place back in August 10th, 2024 of last year at my sister/niece's apartment in Grand Prairie at 1919 West Tarrant Road, apartment number 2003, Grand Prairie, Texas 75050, which is Dallas County. Grand Prairie has several counties. Dallas County, Tarrant County, Ellis County, just depending on where you're at. Okay. Anytime there is a case or an alleged criminal offense that takes place, you have what you called county lines, jurisdictional lines. Okay, since this is Dallas County, it would be Dallas County. Okay, a search warrant was obtained from Dallas County courts, and they were able to go into my niece's apartment. That being said, for some reason or another, the case was filed in Tarrant County, which does not have jurisdiction. But this is very important that you pay attention to how politicians, well, let me phrase that, corrupt politicians, corrupt judges, corrupt district attorneys, corrupt lawyers, people who are corrupt, when they want to destroy someone, put you away, silence you, whatever, they are very clever in how they go about doing it. Now, jurisdiction is a very important matter that calls for immediate dismissal. Keep in mind that even before now, even months ago, even just last month in March, they had been saying things in the wordplay, the emails they had been sending me. Basically, like, I got the impression they were trying to trip me up, right? So, March the 6th was supposed to be an appearance for a misdemeanor Class A deadly conduct, to see if I had an attorney or if I could afford an attorney, or to see if they would have to appoint me an attorney, right? I had been knowing of this, right? I had been knowing weeks about the setting, but on the morning of March the 6th, I got an email out the blue, only hours before 9 a.m. saying that failure to appear at this particular proceeding with an attorney, or failure to contact this number, that they indicated a number in the email, I guess for Tarrant County, Innocent Road, whatever, attorneys. Failure to appear at this proceeding with an attorney, or failure to contact this number to get an attorney, may result in a warrant being issued for your arrest. I had never heard of that before, so it immediately alarmed me, right? So I began calling different places, the district attorney, the district clerk, and I was able to get a hold of someone who, because the number that was provided in the email, it was of course a non-working number, and that's how slick they are. You know, they try to do it right before, hoping I wouldn't be looking at my emails or paying attention. We're usually busy, so that you can arrive at court and then they can arrest you on frivolous grounds because they want to put you away anyway, right? Because they have a vendetta to carry out. You know, there's corruption behind the scenes, whether money, influence, power, whatever. So, but I happened to go through my email, I found it, and I immediately got on the phone call. So it went. The number they gave me was non-workable. Kept calling around until I finally got someone, and they gave me a correct number, and I called someone, and they were able to appoint Robert Keating as my attorney. I believe he's in Dallas. Yes, he is. He may have offices elsewhere. Told him about the situation. We talked. You know, I talked to him. I spoke with his paralegal, and you know, about the jurisdictional matter and things. They were able to confirm that it did happen in Dallas County. Of course, the Grand Prairie Police Department also confirmed it happened in Dallas County, and I've already been knowing it happened in Dallas County. But it was filed in Tarrant County, which is unusual. Okay, now you have to keep in mind that since I've been railroaded before, you know, in a previous proceeding years ago, I've learned that you can't put your complete trust in the judicial system because they're corrupt, man. They're corrupt, and there's a lot of arrogance. And, you know, the very people that look down on people like you and I, you know, who are, you know, maybe not have the same financial, you know, power or prowess or, you know, the same support networks that, you know, others are fortunate to have. We are considered the lowly, the less fortunate, so therefore unworthy of justice, true justice, of being treated accordingly with, you know, dignity and respect. You know, and it's ironic that these people who look down on us are the same people who are supposed to be of such high morals, values, principles, virtues, but then they're the very ones who carry out evil against those who are like me, who just always want to be happy. I've always wanted to get my life in order. Even as a kid, when I was messing up a lot, you know, I tell, you know, I'm open book. I tell everyone, you know, I was young, but even then, you know, truly inside, I just wanted to be loved. I wanted someone to reach out to me and help me and guide me on the way, but I didn't have that. But it's cool. I'm grown now, and but I'm still going through some severe persecution. So that being said, I was able to confirm many things. Also able to confirm that, you know, that the so-called weapon was never even turned into evidence in Grand Prairie. You know, of course, when you're dealing with corrupt officials within the system, they do what they want. They make things disappear. They make things reappear. They do what they want. I know it's firsthand because of what I went through in the state of Texas versus Henry Reed, R-E-E-D, you know, which was I was really born as. State of Texas versus Henry Reed, criminal case number 05-03-01632-6, 05-03-01632-CR in the 203rd Judicial District Criminal Court, Dallas County, Texas. I can't remember, you know, many people are like, well, how can you remember this such long ago? Because it happened in 2002, and then I was the railroad in 2003. It's because when you've experienced some traumatic things, you never forget it. You never forget it. But okay, so all these things began to alarm me, right? So I began documenting things. So he confirmed that he was able to verify the things that I'm saying, and he'll try to sit down with the DA and see what they can do. But then he was urging me, well, why don't you just take it to trial weekend? And I said, oh no, I'm not going to do that. This is how my last attorney that railroaded me was able to, you know, and then he stood up and let me know that he railroaded me after he railroaded me. And seeing it's crazy because I had made a previous video, but it got excessively long. But like in the song by Plies out of Miami, he said it's the song called 100 Years. You know, we're not gonna get off into all the wording because a lot of those that know the song know that he gets a little, you know, PSC, you know, basically I don't care. They give you 100 years. How your mama leaving out the courtroom in tears? You know, he talk about how he say they'll swap you out. You give me him, you know what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what they do. And I've lived it firsthand, but they're trying to put me back through it again. So, long story short, he started trying to tell me to take it to trial to fight the jurisdiction. But I already know, I've already been through this before. True enough, they are supposed to go by the law, just like in the previous case where there was no legally sufficient paperwork ever filed in the case whatsoever. But once you waive your right to a jury trial, because up until that point I had been a man in a jury trial 16 months, but I broke. They wait for the moment you will break and make a mistake. They will set all types of traps for you. Postpone without your knowledge or consent. If you're sitting in jail, you're not seeing the courtroom. Really by law, you're supposed to be at each hearing. Your attorney is supposed to have you there unless you explicitly give him permission to appear and make those things without your, But to do what he did and to do what they did, because they conspired to just postpone without me seeing anyone, sitting up in there stressing, mother dying, brother dying. My mother did finally die, by the way. March 23rd, 2003, she died. 3 days for her birthday. My brother was still in a coma at the time. I fell into depression. They put me on depression medication. Filed all kinds of civil complaints, conspiracy to oppress me and deny my civil rights. Against my trial attorney, Carly Gaines, and this was prior to trial. Against the prosecuting attorney, assistant prosecutor, Mr. Curran, prior to trial. I filed state bar complaints against them both as well. I filed a complaint against the judge at that time, Elena McDaniel, with the Texas Judiciary Committee. I filed all types of stuff, man. I was trying to fight for my life, my freedom, man. But I finally broke. In November of 2003, I remember writing both the judge and my attorney, pleading with them. Basically, you could tell I was broken. I was broken. So I just won my day in court. It's a frivolous charge. We know this because there's no legally binding sufficient paperwork. Even the owners of my apartment complex accepted my collect call just to tell me we accepted your collect call because we want you to know they're really out to get you. I said, why do you say that? And they said, because the entire time you've been sitting in there, they've been coming to our place of business trying to get us to file a charge against you, a legitimate charge. Not the rubber stamped indictment we know wasn't true because you can't possibly get an indictment without a true information complaint. Then my ex at the time also had conceded and confirmed for me that Rose Angela Alfaro, she confirmed to me that they had also been trying to get her to file a charge, but then when they found out she was not even on my lease, they told her she couldn't file a charge. So it was a long story. I went through a great deal, and this is when I began to learn about things that's mysterious in the world, hidden behind the scenes. That being said, this ordeal that I'm going through now, it's possible they can have some of these same people who have leverage, power, influence. Obviously they do, but sometimes I go back and forth in my mind as to whether it's these people who have, or if it's other groups, because I perceive that there's been many people in my energy playing these games and just doing all types of corrupt things and, turning everyone against me, manipulating my manipulating my environment, which has resulted in me being homeless, which has resulted in me not being able to bend this thumb because it's nearly cut all the way off. There's just been a lot. I've been tased wrongfully. Wasn't doing nothing, was sitting on the ground with my legs crossed. But when you don't have proper support, you don't have the finances, you don't have, you're pretty much at their mercy, and they know that. So they're always constantly working behind the scenes to oppress those like myself who, one, maybe they feel like I know too much, maybe I talk too much. I have actually been approached by some people and things. They'll speak to me when it's just me, even in prison. I've been poisoned in prison. They try to, get rid of me then. I've been poisoning since I've been free. It's an unbelievable story. And despite that, though, I've been going back and forth in my mind about whether it's these that are part of, and I suspect there are some who probably are part of those things, secret things, and there's also some things out here in these streets that are corrupt, organized, and really it's like all these things, these different energies have been in my energy, and it's like you can. Sometimes you say, okay, this group is what's doing it. Okay, this group. Okay, ultimately, the power really lies in the government and those who are really controlling it. So you're back and forth, and you're like, well, then somebody must be, privy to what's going on, and I'm very aware that there's a lot of people that are, but a lot of people are afraid as well because they see this in real life, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievably shocking. I've been filing complaints left and right with every agency you can think of. I'm talking about the federal level, state level, in-state, out-of-state, other states, local government, Amnesty, human rights, other bodies, world bodies, newspapers. What it comes down to is this. So this is how I know that, that there's something amiss, right? As soon as that attorney starts saying, and no matter how much you try to soothe me, make me think, all right, I'm different, and or the paralegal say he's different, this and that, there. But as soon as there's a jurisdictional matter, any attorney who's good at what he does know that you immediately go in for that to get it tossed out quickly, right? But yet and still you're saying, well, I think it would be better we could have that option, or we could just take it to trial and contest it like that. Why would I go to trial on something that has no jurisdiction? You know why they want me to go to trial? Because they're going to do I believe that their intention is to do the exact same thing that they did when they railroaded me for the first charge. Because there was no jurisdiction in that either. There was no complaint, there was no nothing. But once you waive your right to a jury trial, go to trial by a judge, that judge will do what they want. Just like they did when they railroaded me. My attorney back then, Carly Gaines, smooth talking, he buttered me up. He told me, man, if you waive your right to jury trial, you walk out of here that day. I was like, you should be able to go in there and get that dismissed because the DA is too powerful, and if you don't, they're going to set you off another 4 months, which you know that devastating because I was already broke. 16 months straight in county jail for something that's not even legitimate. So, that being said, so I was immediately alone when this attorney, Robert Keating, this time here in this matter, on a misdemeanor, Class A misdemeanor, alleged deadly conduct. It's lies too. Or you allegedly pointed a pistol at someone. I don't even really believe someone did say that. Now they can coerce people just like they did in my previous case. I don't think no one truly said that. And if they did, then they're just a mold they're being put up to it. But I still don't think no one truly said that. So you want me to go to trial and just don't even, well, we can test the jurisdiction matter at trial. No, when you go before that judge, they do what the fuck they do what they want to. And then leave you to try to fight to prove your innocence or justice, but just like back then, that after they did all this corruption, because I waived my right, because I believed him, but then he let me know clearly that they railroaded me, because after they found me guilty, I was shocked. I dropped my head, started walking. So what's the matter? Cat got your tongue on here talking loud no more. He said I was going all off on that man, talking about Richard Allen Anderson, who was my previous attorney prior to Carly Gaines, because I knew he was railroading me. Carly Gaines was a black dude though, but see, it ain't even about the color no more. Nah. So, after they railroaded me then, they sabotaged my appeal. Things that actually occurred in the courtroom, and the transcripts was taken out. Things that didn't occur was inserted. They do what they want to. And they leave you to pick up the pieces. If they know you don't have no strong support, they would do anything and everything for you. That's why I question cases like, I'm not going to get in there. Okay, look. I filed so many civil complaints, a plethora of civil complaints, before trial, after trial, before appeal, after appeal, filing writ of habeas corpus, everything. They began to steal my mail, all kinds of stuff. Persecuting me in there, manipulating the environment in there. Trying to make people think I was crazy in there. Nothing he's saying is true. Then they have people they'll pay, people who don't really have nothing, they don't care to persecute you. They're getting a little something. For some people like, well, man, why all these people turn on you? Must have this. They'll pay the lowly, prisoners, anything. black, white, Hispanic, lie, steal, cheat, kill, put poison in your food, because we know damn well the officers ain't doing it. They having y'all do it, and then they giving me the trade. But see, at first they used to try to write bogus cases so they can keep me isolated and like solitary where they have to bring my food to me. But when I realized something was wrong with my body, I began to fast, and then it would go away. Because they don't want to just give you something that boom, just hit you like that, and it's going to be too obvious. So once I noticed that, I made a very concentrated effort to, even when I knew that officers were trying to provoke me or seen an inmate try to start, I'd make a very concentrated effort to avoid those problems so that I can get out from back there to be able to go to the chow hall and eat, get my own trade. But then they even got slicked in. They'll start waiting to see when I was coming and have a certain tray sit to the side, but I start peeping that too. And then when I say, man, I see that, why you didn't get that to one of them already? It's been sitting there, why y'all wait till I get up? You know what I'm saying? And they'll still say you crazy. You know, one of the lieutenants was speaking to me. I said, man, I knew you was a Mason. He said, what degree am I? I said, I don't know, but why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? I'm just someone, man, just trying to get home to my family. I don't know. I'm not getting involved with else, I might end up in there. Because you must have pissed off someone really high up there. But then 30 minutes later, I'm walking down the sidewalk trying to convince some of these, you know, because a lot of people got peep brains. They don't know nothing. They don't read nothing. They don't care about nothing. Like, show me the money. That's how. And they don't believe. I'm talking to them, trying to convince them, and I see a lieutenant. Man, say, tell him what we were just talking about. Woo. That same lieutenant I just had a conversation with 30 minutes ago, I look dead in that dude's face and be like, basically saying I'm crazy, right? So I gained a lot of knowledge, man, through the experience, because what man intend for evil, God's intend for good. This is where I got my knowledge. This is where he began to bestow a lot of spiritual insights and gifts upon my soul, because I was on it then. I was really on it. But I got out and I fell off and things, and basically into the world, you know, trying to be happy out here. You know, I've locked up so much previously, I never enjoyed life. A lot of things that people already done experienced, I haven't. You know, I just never had no long sustained period of responsibility or none of that. So, you know, I just, you know, so, long story short though, man, and this is what I've been trying to figure out in my life, okay, was my family infiltrated with these things, people who were part of these secret things, or had my family already been part of these things, had my friends already been part of these things, were they infiltrated with exes, and because it seemed like pretty much everyone pretty much turned against me, man, like, but I couldn't figure out the mind games, and, you know, I recall one ex like, oh, it's just mind game, but it's not funny to me. And look at what all this chaos is called. But see, not only that, see, sometimes people will be angry at you for whatever reason, you know, and they are having vendetta against you. They want to destroy your life. Man, I get upset all the time, especially what I'm going through, but I ain't got no vendetta against nobody. I'm not out here trying to destroy somebody's life just because I feel like I can. But you have those who feel like they can do that. You got those who feel like they God in the flesh, or they feel like, you know, they just got power, influence, money, whatever, and or whatever, hatred, envy, jealousy, whatever. Because I know there's many who even mock, like, you're dumb, he don't even know this, that, there. First of all, I don't have to know everything. I know it's a bunch of BS going on. I know that I've been put through a unjust situation again. I know I've been being tormented, persecuted. I've been rendered homeless. I've been tased for no reason, sitting on the ground. Oh, I'm gonna let you go since you were just walking down the surface road. It's nothing. But let me ask you this: have you ever done drugs? No. First, are you on any drugs? No. Have you ever done any drugs? No. Of course, I feel like in my mind you're picking, so I'm gonna know everything anyway. As soon as I said no to never have, I was tackled by him and his partner. So I ain't did nothing. I had scars on my back for a while. I actually made a YouTube video about that on one of those channels. You know, they've been banning a lot of them. This YouTube channel here may very well be banned by the time I put this video, because I only put up one so far, talking about hacking, and then I already done got a notification saying that you violated policies, blah blah. I've been doing it to all my channels. So, you know, it's not right for people to do these things. Instead of people just backing up, you know, Instead of people trying to steal your, because there's a lot of things I formerly didn't believe in that I'm starting to feel that people maybe can actually do. Maybe people actually can destiny swap. Maybe people can, on the spiritual level, talk to the spirits and see what God has in store for you, or things like that. So they'll try to destiny swap, and steal what's meant for you. They already in my intellectual property, my true solar calendar that I created on Canva.com, that was stolen. And he stole the actual printout that I had, that was stolen. And it's the true solar calendar according to the 364-day calendar year, because it's a 6-year cycle that's proven by way of the new moons in the 2-3-year lunar cycles that they're in perfect sync. The 2 lunar cycles, according to the Dead Sea Scrolls, are in perfect sync with the 6-year solar calendar, the true solar calendar of 364 days. Because what happens is the lunar cycles are 29 days, 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, all the way into that 3rd year. Then it'll go 29, 30, 30, then back to 29, 30, 29, 30. That's when the new moon is delayed. And that happens in the sky every 3 years. And it puts so basically this is my creation. It was stolen from me. Things that I, formerly, used to talk about, and I still, desire to talk about, but at this point, I just feel like what's the use of talking about these things if the only thing I'm going to get is attacked, persecuted for it, hated and despised, whatever my beliefs are. Everyone else has freedom of speech but me. Everyone else has freedom of opinion but me. Why am I such a threat? That in itself ought to tell you something. If one person out of his whole is attacked, intensely attacked for what his belief system, the word that he's giving, the messages that he's giving, no matter what you think of him, because God is divine. Nobody as holy as him. It's not right. And then, it's okay for everyone, you have the different sects and religions and beliefs and the different gods, and some say, they have the white, Messiah, they got the black one, they got the brown one, but then I've been hated and despised because of the things that I believe. Now, that being said, it could be even deeper than that. It could also be that those who had vendettas against me for whatever reason, believe it, whatever. People play games, man, and first of all, it's not right. It's evil, and then they'll think it's funny and cute. There's nothing funny about gang stalking people. There's nothing funny about, gang stalking by phone, and physical planes, following, stalking, shadowing, having people making threats, having people trying to set you up, having people making threats on the phone, having people sending you chopped up bodies and dead body part. This shit, these things will actually torment. It's now that I think about it, a lot of the people in the past who gone through these things, who actually went crazy or couldn't take it and broke down, how many of them were actually telling the truth now? So, but the pertinent point here is that this case, the state of Texas versus Honorable Ray Lane, case number 1857993, Criminal Court 4 in Tarrant County, Fort Worth, Texas. It's misdemeanor class A. Now, of course, when I told him, because I speak openly about how I feel, I say, well, sir, I'm not saying you're not a good attorney. Probably are. Because of what I've been through, though, my trust is not there. And the fact that you even mentioned taking something to trial when this is clearly a jurisdiction matter to be thrown out. But you say go to trial, okay, we're going to go to trial, evidence and stuff, and then ask them to dismiss it. When I know what these people are capable of, what they'll do, in the hell with the law? No. So he said, well, I brought it up to him, and later on he said he brought it up to him, and he sees the issue, and more than likely he'll throw it out. But there is a clause where it says any offense that's committed within 300 to 400 yards of a county line, they can file it in either or. And so I already saw this is, They're prepping me, right? This is how I took it, right? So I said, well, he said, I was like, so I got off the phone and I thought later, I was like, well, man, what possessed him to even go look up that if he was just gonna go to the DM, you know, if anything, you know, why would you bring it up to him? You make him do his research. You just go tell him because the jurisdiction matters, So I said, okay, so this is teamwork. I say, okay, so I called back and I told the paralegal my concerns, and he was like, well, he's on another call. I was like, well, yeah, you can just tell him to send me the code procedure that, you know, that's what I said. So they sent it to me, and this is why I'm making this recording. So they sent me this, and then it's concerning because keep in mind that my case occurred last year. Now you got to also keep in mind there's been a lot of corrupt, influential people, powerful people, both judges, district attorneys, lawyers, corruption, politicians behind the scene working to get rid of me. Also keep in mind there's been attempts on my life. There's been attempts to frame me. Just like at the CVS. When I picked up on it and saw that they were going to have the guy try to railroad me when I come in there, you know, at first it's a long story. But yeah, coming there with $300 on the counter, you load it on my chime card. Yeah, gets on the phone, talks so low I couldn't hear him. And he gets off and sets it down real low, and he's just looking around. I'm like, oh, what's the hold up? The money's in the back, sir. The money's in the back? What you mean? She got the money in the back, sir. I called the police. The lady on the phone, I told her what I was feeling and thinking that they were trying to rail me. She didn't believe me. Until police came flying around the corner. He just had his lights on, no sirens. So it was all like clockwork. It was plot. But because then they peeped that I was already on it, and I had called the police myself, when they kept going. If I hadn't done that, I'd have been gone. Or what about the times when I go out of state? Because like when all these things began, at first it's scary. It's scary. It's spooking. It'll have you, you know. But after a while, like when you perceive that there are people laughing and skinning and grinning, and they think it's funny, and you know, and then just after going through it so long, you kind of become numb. But I began to file complaints, man. I'm like, I wanted it to stop, but then they're stirring up so much shit in your environment. Then they have people lying and deceiving and manipulating and paying people to lie, and probably signing false things and allegations against you, and just total chaos, man. And like, you never know who's who. So I began to start trying to just leave and get away. So as a result, I've been to Atlanta, LA, San Diego, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, Orlando, Los Angeles, San Diego. They've seen them already. Oklahoma. It's like you bounce around. They want to keep you unstable. So that if they keep you unstable, and in addition to that, these shelters, they won't even, like for example, Salvation Army over here on Harry Hines. Okay, today is Sunday. I want to say it was like, was it Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday? It may have been Friday. I don't know. I showed up there. There was a lady in front of me. She was the first one. I was the second. So I just know, okay, we're gonna get a bed because it's first come, first serve, right? So we come through the door. After a while, the guy, he does his rounds to see what's open. They let it be known that there's no women beds available, but there's men beds available. Okay, I can get in somewhere to get stable, because I know that when they're trying to keep you unstable, you know, instability, being stuck out in these streets, you're more susceptible to attacks, frame up attempts, and all that, you know. But lo and behold, some time go by, the Hispanic lady shows up, then she says, well, y'all gotta go, there's no beds. Like, they already confirmed there were beds. Well, I don't know, the guy, he's up there right now, he's working alone, but he just told me with no beds. I don't believe him. That's just what they told you to say. But cool, so I left. So now when I go over there, I might go over there just to see if I can get a sack lunch out of something, because I already know what it is. I could be the very first male in line, but if I'm the first line, they're gonna shut everything down, send you away. But any other day, I bet you that the day after that, or the day, I bet you they let some males in. Austin Street Shelter on Jeffrey Street in South Dallas. We have a relative, like a what's that? Like extended, like a distant relative, or whatever. I say that because I've always been impressed with Uncle Rusty, his son works at Australia. When I found out, I was like, oh, so we cousins. But Uncle Rusty is really like a cousin, you know, just like my Aunt Jackie, you know what I'm saying, is really our cousin, but she's deceased. So he told me, come up there, I got you, boo. I get up there the following day, and he's gonna take care of me, put me in, whatever. Some white guy came from the back, who's an inmate, just a resident living inside of the shelter. So this is how I know that this thing's going on. He came to the front to tell the other staff member, I guess maybe has more seniority of him, our relative, say there's no beds, right? First of all, why are you coming from the back area as a resident to tell this member right here that there are no beds available? Basically, you need to let his kinfolk know there are no beds there, he's not getting in. So the other guy was like, so my kinfolk like, huh? There ain't no beds. So he's like, oh yeah, man, it ain't no beds, But it was. Then I thought about the fact that same white dude that came from the back was also the one that called them fire officials, allegedly. Because I noticed they had came up right when we began talking. Because I was telling them about some of the things I was going through, and I talked about some, you know, mysterious things, societal things, whatever. And all of a sudden they showed up, but they was angry. They walked up to the, you know, the glass door, you know, because this is locked. But we were all in the office, we were just chit-chatting. And you didn't tap to get someone's attention so we can look and go open the door. We were talking, no, we were boom, 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 boom. We look, and he looks angry. So they were tripping. I'm not going to say nothing because I already peep it. I already peep what it is, right? I read energy quick. And he's like, damn, man, y'all all right? He's like, well, yeah. It was like they was upset. They damn near act like they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? They was upset. So we called for this guy right here. First of all, if nobody pointed you to him, how you know it was that black dude that was sitting down right there? And like, it was the first row, second row. How did you know? You walked right into him. The white guy in the back, he didn't come up until afterwards. So, you know, I put two and two together, but when they come up afterwards, he then revealed that he the one called him, allegedly. So like clockwork, man, it's just like manipulated to people, place, events. Now, that being said, there could be other organizations out here that's corrupt that's being manipulated too. Honestly, I started suspecting that maybe they had solicited their, you know, their services, trying to get rid of me. Cause I done had some, man, say I done been stalked everywhere. I done had people mean mug me. I done had people threaten me. I done had people try to set me up to go into certain traps. I done had police officials in other states like Atlanta, like just, I found something about that too. Like, I don't even know you, woman. I just met you last night when I filed a complaint about another attack. And I could tell then you was irritated. But then this next day, I'm walking into a Chevron to go get a beer. A dude runs out and say, "You're not welcome here." I've never seen him before in my life, I swear to God. Never seen him. He didn't have no police uniform, no security uniform, no nothing. Not even a LI security, you know how some security guard. Didn't have nothing, plain clothes. Never seen him before. I was, man, who is you? I said, man, because I had him supposed to. I don't know, was a good guy. He cool. I said, man, I'm going here and talk to the owner, man. So I walked past him through the door. The dude came in, snatched my coat from the back and beat for me. Bam. Man, I went to turn around. You know, it wasn't that serious because he had hit hard. And reached in my pocket. And I thought, man, you can go to jail. And then right then, at the police car, the same lady, she put up, oh, yeah, I've been waiting for you. Oh, I saw everything. You know, like, I didn't do nothing, man. I saw these. No, you going to jail. Grab me. I said, man, y'all really finna take me to jail for getting beef for? Yeah, you going. I said, man, I ain't did. You know, so then the other one, the African dude, grabbed me, and they handcuffed me, rubbed me up, throw me in the back seat. But then I want to speak to a sergeant. I started hollering out the doors and the windows, some other police cars. So then, I ain't gonna lie, I started shedding tears, man, because it's been a lot. It's been a lot. When you going through something like this deep, 24/7, I'm not saying, look, man, look, although it's been a little peaceful here, but when we first got here, though, some people coming through saying some things. But this is every single day, every day, every night, wherever you go. I promise you, I can leave right now, they have some people straggling and following. So this is how deep these things are. So they want to get rid of me. They can mock me. Well, he don't know what's going on. I shouldn't even have to be having to deal with these things. Everyone has a right to their opinion, right to their belief, except for me. Or is it racism, or is it, destiny swapping? Or I already know some of my heritages and things have been stolen. And you can make fun and whatever, or you don't really know this. But I know for certain, I know that car was took. I know that was told for certain. I know land that was in my name was forged. My name was forged on documents. It's just a lot. So that being said, man, see this code of criminal procedure. I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna click on it. Check it out. Show you how they work. Keep in mind that this case actually took place. Maybe it's freezing up because it's been open too long. So we're gonna close them out, and then we're gonna reopen it. Keep in mind that this occurred. This misdemeanor took place last year, August 10th, 2024. Now, when they working hard behind the scenes to get rid of you, oftentimes they plan ahead. They got crooked, corrupt officials, judicial, law, attorneys, judges, politicians, everything. This is what I want you to keep in mind. So he said, oh, if an offense occurred within 300 to 400 or 500 yards, some yards within another county, they can file in either district. It's never been like that. This is what you gotta peep. Look, right? They went in a minute and added some law just so they can try to get rid of me. This law was put in effect January the 1st, 2025. Check it out. So he told me to go read this. Let me pull it up. Okay, where's that? 13A053. 13A053. Listen. Offense committed on or near boundary. A. An offense committed on or within 400 yards of the boundaries of 2 or more counties may be prosecuted in any of those counties. Okay. Now look. This is what you got to catch. What you got to catch. Catch on to, right? I need to pull up the one that I just heard up. See what this right here? Added by Acts 2023-88 legislation. Chapter 765, House Bill, HB stands for House Bill 4504, Section 1.001, effective January the 1st, 2025. This, what you see about the 400 yards, was basically just an add-on to be able to further oppress me, to railroad me, because they want to try to claim that we have jurisdiction too because it was within 400 yards of our county. First of all, it's Dallas County. Grand Prairie is divided to many counties. It was clearly Dallas County. That's why they went to Dallas and got the search warrant, sir. Because you're so evil and wicked in your ways and do not live up to the so-called principles, virtues, and morals, the values that you claim you do, you decide to do evil to me, further do evil to me, not considering it to be enough that you've you've damaged me possibly beyond total repair, because I mean, considering the circumstances, I'm still doing pretty well. But yes, I'm damaged. Yeah, it can cause me problems, so my trust is totally effed. Totally, and I want to trust again, but it's gonna be hard. Because I've seen them manipulate so much around me, and I've seen that anything and everyone can be manipulated or used against you and will betray you. I don't know, whether for money, power, influence, drugs, sex, threats. I don't know. But this one on or near boundary thing, but this is why people need to ask questions sometime about who it is that they put in these offices, these judicial offices. What laws are they passing and why? Start asking questions. This is one section that was just added January the 1st, 2025. And I'm telling you, it's for the explicit reason to further railroad me. They want me bad. I've had an official actually in Tarrant County Jail when they had arrested me when I was on the alleged resisting arrest charge, which I wasn't. Even the attorney was like, man, he should have tased you. But you know, they had me. I'm shell shocked. I just want to sign time, sir. I don't want to come back. You know. But it was official in there, sheriff. I said, man, damn, and they act like they want me dead or something. You know what he did? He said, now, this is the thing. This is what's so sad about it. Instead of everyone just stop what they're doing, stop just being evil and just turning away from their evil, they choose to keep doing these things. So I'm constantly in fight or flight mode, about trying to defend myself, recording everything, you know, reporting how to file a complaint, you know, and like, it's nerve-wracking. But what choice do I have? It's gotten so bad that they're trespassing me on damn near every airport property, because a lot of times I would go to the airport, I can use the bathroom, go in there, lock the door, take me to the wash off, change, I keep myself up. They start trespassing me everywhere. The latest trespass, allegedly at the Dallas Love Field, DFW, I already did that one in Love Field. When they woke me up, first the guy previously had told me, okay, you're okay until 4, and you know, but then he woke me up at 3 in the morning with 2 police officers, and then he gonna show me a picture of my driver's license, swearing up and down that I've already been trespassed, and this is a picture of your driver's license. I've never, ever, ever had my driver's license picture snapped at Dallas Love Field Airport. Now, that being said, just a day or 2 prior, they had wrote me a fare ticket on the DART train. I feel like when he took that picture, because he did something else, he was taking too long. He didn't do more. He did more than just write the ticket. They sent it to him at the cops at the airport, or maybe some other cops, ones at the DFW from last year. They share your information. They're sharing the word. They're conspiring, and then you have all this chaos going on, right? So it's like, well, damn. I mean, at this point, every soul just about knows, you know, some parts of what's going on, if not all. There's a lot of people that know more than what I know, because I've had people tell me, you really don't know or understand, do you? And maybe I don't understand everything, but this is a shame. Article 13A.053, offenses committed on or near boundary. Now, this is the Title I Code of Criminal Procedure, Chapter 13A, Venue. Subchapter A, General Provisions. Now, isn't that a crying shame that they would go to this extent just to try to be able to put me away? Also, think about what they were saying too when I was supposed to be making that initial appearance just to see if I could had an attorney or could afford one, or if they were going to appoint one. They changed the wording from just an attorney appearance to see if I had one or could afford one to, if you fail to show up with an attorney on this day and this morning, or fail to contact this number, and then they put a false-fake number, a warrant may be issued for your arrest. So, and you sent it to me just that morning, hours before the proceeding. So they already had it planned to lock me up when I got there, and they said, well, you must have missed it. We told you should have did this, this, and that. Who's ever heard of that? Never have I heard of that. That a proceeding to see if you can afford a counsel or appoint one, that we're gonna arrest you because you don't have an attorney. I don't know, misdemeanor, but hey, that's what they want to do. You know? So, I mean, I can't call it. I know what it is. You know, when it gets to the point where they're just taking down all my YouTube channels, every time I post about what's going on, ban it for some alleged violation. I post one video talking about exposing something like this or a hack. You have been removed for violations of, now I'm like, okay. It's either one or two things. Either corrupting officials that are part of the YouTube team, the Google community, whatever, that's doing these things for their handlers or the, you know, whoever behind the scenes, or someone's filing false allegations, but they never even provide me any reason. So they're silencing me, right? So then you make another one, and they'll shut that one down. You make another one, shut it down. That means there's still a few around in here and there, and they're still up. Then I started posting comments on, I said, okay, well, if they're going to do that, I'm just going to start posting comments on other YouTubers' channels about what's going on. I'll provide links and all that stuff. Start doing that, and boom, it'll post. Say, comment at it. You click out of it, click right back into it, it'll be gone. This is the length that they have gone through. Totally trying to silence you, turn everything and everyone against you, gang stalking you, threatening people. And, you know, and it's crazy too, man, because I'm thinking to myself, man, how did this sometimes, like, yeah, I'll be hurting and stuff, man. But you know what saddens me is when I see some of the fur that be on some of the women, elderly, and the children, it disturbs my mind that people would. It messes with my mind to even think that people would do these type of things at such a level to where you would instill this type of fear into your own citizens. The very people, this is what causes civil unrest. This is what causes distrust, civil unrest, civil rebellion. People will lose complete trust in the very thing that they are supposed to be able to trust, to believe in, to do what's right, to protect them. These are the same people saying, well, we're going to put away these criminals and they do them, but you're doing the most crime. It's even worse because you have on these fancy titles and these badges, and it's even worse. And then to be hurting people, taking people's lives, whether by framing them or killing them or having a, because we all know by now, man, that when the powers that be want to get rid of you, man, they will use anything, including a lot of the very dark, so-called corrupt organizations that they claim to be want to nail and lock up, will be some of the very ones that they use. A lot of them, man, it's just like at this point, I kind of want to believe, and I believe in God, but at this point, man, this has been going on so long. There's too many people that know. It's like, well, why isn't anyone in the government? Why isn't anything happening? Why is there no justice? And the crazy part about it is, I wouldn't even be, and I've said this many times, it's like, man, if I could just get away from all this, I don't even care about violent charge or just let me go. And you just still contact, and sometimes they try to lure you in to make you think that it's, so at this point, it's like, you can't trust. It's impossible. They've done too much. And like, man, I mean, it's mind-boggling and it's shocking. And I keep talking about it and nothing's happening. I choose to believe. When you stuck out here like this, man, and you're going through this much intense persecution, it is really something to deal with. So this case is supposed to go case number 1857993, CCC 4, County Criminal Court number 4. That's my attorney, Robert Keating. It says April the 7th at 9 a.m., but I had another email that said April 6th at 9 a.m. So I might end up having to make sure I got that down packed too. This case, deadly conduct. But just know, man, don't always doubt everyone when they tell you that these type of things are happening. Corruption do exist. Conspiracies do exist through and through. There are people who have money, power, and influence that are spread it wide and deep just to get rid of you. And when no one would listen or whatever, like I say, I've been totally alienated. So, I've turned to other things, look at my answers, start looking at tarot readings, but then they start manipulating that too, because my phone's constantly being hacked, emails are being hacked. It's just total chaos. Any friend or number I get, or female, or they want to cut you out, then they try to slander you. Just the other day I busted. My spirit told me that this was happening at the bridge, the homeless recovery center. You go over there, you shower. So I had noticed that there had been gay dudes that would seemingly pop up in the bathroom to shower around the same time. And, to each their own. That's a sin, just like anything else is sin. People committing murders and railroading, doing all types of evil. Sin is sin. As long as you got wind in you, breath, life in you, you can repent. You respect everyone for who they are, human beings, and but just acknowledge the fact that, hey, you can't correct the wrong if you never acknowledge it. But that being said, though, see, they will work to slander you, ostracize you, so that you will be vilified and outcast, destroy you in every way, come up with all types of lies, try to label you as a child molester or a pedophile or a homosexual, or you're taking it up the butt, or whatever. But I kept noticing. So the last time I remember, I noticed, I was like, I'm showering, but this one dude, he He came right there, was gay dude, and he was just standing like towards the corner down there, not right in front of my stall, but down. He was just standing there the whole time. And I remember when I had first came through the door, I remember some of the other dudes like, oh, there you go, beauty, and all this shit. Man, what the fuck, who y'all talking to? I said, you ain't talking to me. I said, man, I don't know who in your ear, but whatever they telling you, you better not believe it. Don't believe everything you hear. So then I'm already stressed, like, well, what this shit about, man? But see, this shit has happened multiple times. They've done this shit to me. They play them type of games, turn people against me in prison too. I mean, what the fuck are they doing, saying? So I put two and two together because I realized the pluggers kept coming back there acting like they, you know, y'all don't do no cleaning up. Y'all ain't supposed to be. So you come back, oh man, I don't even remember what he was saying. You need a soccer, you want this. But what they doing, they were playing these dope fiends who probably give them a little bit of note, some dope, or a little cash or something to lie, to be their lies. Half the punk already in now. And he go in there and say, oh man, I seen he was fucking this dude, or he would get fucked, or he woo woo. And then, you know what I'm saying? So when I peeped that, I said, oh, I got to start getting loud, then start, you know, because now I'm talking to Leah so I can go out the shower, into the, out the, yeah, because I see what it is. I said, oh, so that's what they've been doing. Man, they have 1,001 ways, many more than that, to slander you, vilify you, ostracize you, to tear you down. You got to keep in mind, man, look what happened to the Messiah. I'm not saying I'm as holy as him, but ain't nobody perfect. But these are the type of sinister schemes. Remember, you do not wage war against flesh and blood, but against principalities of dark. Now, that being said, they do have to have human bodies to work through. And, you know, I'm going through it, man. I'm going through it. I'm going through something that I promise you that no one in this world would want to go through. It's been heart-wrenching. It's been heartbreaking. It's been, you know, and, you know, I've learned a lot of lessons now. One thing I've learned, first and foremost, put your trust in God. He tells you, do not put your trust in man who can be bribed, who can betray you, deceive you, who can be bribed, betrayed, deceived, whatever it says, right? Put your faith in God, who cannot be bribed, who cannot be deceived, because in penitentiary he sees all things. He can, you know. And I've learned that the hard way, and I'm thankful for the lesson, and I just don't know if I'm ever have a true friendship. You know, at this point, I don't even know if I ever have a true friend, if I have a true love in my life, or, I mean, but I'm still holding on to my hope, my faith. I pray. I don't mean I'm not going to sin, because they'll even use that against you too. Look, he's talking about this and that. You should just attack him because he's doing this. Look, he lusting after that woman. He did whatever. He drinking, or he. Come on, man. You might as well point the finger at every one of them. Everybody in the world might well point the finger at themselves too. How did you get here? Oh, you did? Oh, okay, thank you. You know. I mean, it's just stupid, pitiful stuff. But they'll try to use anything against you. Following you around, trying to videotape you, take pictures. You're in constant defense mode, man. And it's like I keep saying, damn, I just want to let go and please go my way. But it's people that actually don't want to see you make it in life. It's people that actually don't want to see you elevate. It's people that maybe possibly can see, do practice divination, that speak with the spirit, that know what your future may hold. Maybe not to the exact detail, but a general idea. And they want your life path, your energy. They want your intellectual properties. They hate you for your swag or the way you look, whatever. Or try to tear you down. And it's like, okay. And they'll think you're weak or soft if you hurt, or if you show that you got emotions or feelings. You know, it's okay for women to show it. It's even okay for other races. A black man with emotion is considered weak. Black man desire to do better, want better for himself and for his people is considered a threat. Especially when you're going to talk about some great things. That being said, yeah, I know it. Everybody ain't racist. And there are racism, and there's racism everywhere, in all walks of life, and every people. But what it comes down to are those who are in power. Those who are in power, what would you do with your authority? You got to recall that he uplifts a nation, but he can also tear them down. He called many nations to accomplish, carry out his will. And when they rebel and become even wicked, he'll cast them down. This country actually was built on civil rights, justice. Initially, the first war, Great Britain separating, they were oppressed. And this is what I've come to understand a lot too, man. And this is sad too. It's crazy how there are a lot of people who, when they're being oppressed, when they're being tormented, when they're being persecuted, when genocide is being, it's like everyone's sad and desire happiness and want to flee the chaos and conflict and the persecution, and everyone's up in arms. And a lot of these same people, when they get out from amongst these type of environments and they able to come somewhere better, but when they are given the opportunity to now join into these things, in other words, when they get the opportunity to become the oppressor, they take it and run with it like it's a shame, like, and there's many peoples here now that are part of a lot of these things that's going on, and they're tearing down this country too. Now where you gonna run to when all this shit get tore down? Because that's all that happens in any country that's corrupt. I read a parable one time. I believe it was like no author was noted. It said in a country where injustice abounds, the infrastructure is unstable. Though it appears strong on the outside, it is rotten underneath. It clearly indicates, I think that's when I used to be doing my own reading. Because I did a lot of studying when I was locked up. But there's some great, wise men, prophets, scholars. I don't see how people don't understand the simple concept of that. Like, don't you see in every nation, every single nation, where it became too corrupt, the infrastructure crumbles, chaos ensues, civil unrest. Every nation, we ain't gonna even get into, because people get defensive, but just, it is what it is. Think about it. Honestly, it ain't even about the title of a government anymore, democracy, or whatever. It's the people that make up the spirit of the country. You can be a democracy all you want, but once you become evil and corrupt, you become just as worse as any other nation that you call a tyrant, because you have become the tyrant, a master tyrant at manipulation and deception and oppression, and using whatever excuse in their warped minds to justify the things they're doing when there is no excuse. I don't care, and I still haven't retaliated against anyone. I've had outbursts where I've spoken out, cursed, this, that, there. And sometimes I feel bad about that, man. I feel real bad, man, about embarrassing my niece the other night. Got a few in me, and I just went to talk about everything I suspected, even though I wasn't like attacking, like cursing or straight at a person, or just, but I was talking in a manner like, I know what the fuck going on. I know y'all this, that, there, whoop, coat, this, sex code, but really I don't know, because I haven't had no physical proof or physical evidence. I've had suspicion. But I feel bad, man, because her friend was with her, man, the older lady, and I don't know, man. I can see that's one of the times where that alcohol brought another spirit into the mix, and then I was, I apologize before I got out the car. She put me out the car, but I feel real bad about it, man. I send a sincere apology. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even call. I was just, you know what I'm saying, man. When it's heartfelt, it's severe. It's like, man, I'm ashamed. I hope I didn't cause a problem for a friendship, man. And I told her, please extend my apology again to, your friend. But I'm not gonna get into that. Man. Please, those who truly, really care, And sometimes I want to believe there are some people behind the scenes that truly, really care. Just keep an eye on some things or something, but sometimes I don't believe. Sometimes I think it's all manipulation. The sirens, the everything. Like, in the end, it's, it's like, it can all be a mind game, right? The Matrix. If the channel haven't been taken down already, hope they do put it back up. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if at all possible, please donate a token to my chime up account that I'll be including in the description, because I need help, man. To be honest with you, even though I know people have told me it can be everywhere you go, you've seen this all over the state, you can go anywhere you can go. Okay, I need to get settled somewhere, and I know I've left many times and came back because it has followed me and still. But man, I have to be able to fight legally. I also have to be able to get housing, and when this level of manipulation, persecution is going on, when they're even trying to keep you from getting into a shelter, that's deep. When I'm putting in applications and all my stuff is getting hacked, now I don't even know if I have any responses to, like, I've even seen where I've actually already been at a place, filling out and we're talking, it's like a hiring event, and then I see the energies when they show up. It's like, and it's sad, man. It's like, people really that dark evil that you really want to see do people like this. So now, when I see the fear in the city, especially with the women, even though a lot of them just dark souls, like, oh man, to see some of the looks on their face, the frowns, like just the fear, and when you're getting on the train, people go to jumping off. Even some of the men, they trying to hurry up and get away from you, or if you're getting off, they hurry up and jump on. And then I just start laughing, like, man, I understand, man. I wouldn't want. If I was you, I wouldn't want to deal with this shit either. So I understand. It don't change the fact that I'm saddened by the fact that I'm being made to be like I'm a scourge of the earth. You make it strong. I just hope and pray, man, that we all will do better. One day at a time, that's what I do. I don't care what nobody thinks, say, or feel. They can judge me all they want. Follow me around, take pictures, cameras. At the end of the day, I know God got me, and I know I'm gonna pull through this by His strength alone, because I know it couldn't have been my strength alone and still holding up like this. Lord, the Most High God, your God, call him by his Hebrew name, Hashem. I just pray that I want to see everybody do well. I want to see, man, like, I want for everyone what I've always wanted, man. Like, I want to see the world come about, like, it'll be a beautiful thing, man. See, greed is tearing us apart. Greed, strife, contention, envy, jealousy, hate. Man, maybe it may not happen. Maybe it can happen anytime. Maybe it may not happen in my time. But I at least gotta find my own peace and happiness and joy. No matter what I go through. It was related to me that they want to see you broke, busted, and disgusted, and homeless, because they know in this manner you're more inclined to fall into drug addiction or alcoholism, or just be a wanderer, and to keep you from accomplishing your purpose, your life path. They know who you are, but you don't. Know what they say, know what they claim. I know I'm a child of God, but so are you. We all are. Whether you practice light or dark, it's your choice. But just know that everyone has to be judged, both light and dark. Everyone has to be tested, both light and dark. I'm just a child of God, man. And He shows me I was blessed to be bestowed with a lot of great spiritual gifts and insights. Some people are like, well, how did he know these things? I think because of my heartache and pain, and the fact that I held on to them. That was some great hurt, but this has been some great hurt too. Especially when, but anyway, look, I'm not gonna get off and all that. Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, please. You may or may not see these videos because, like I said, they've been doing so much. All I can do is just make them and put them up. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make some other social media platforms for YouTube. You know, they I don't know if they're gonna act right. But say until next time, peace.